Moving further to the grading of soil, the result of the mechanical analysis are plotted to get a particle size distribution curve with the percentage finer n as the ordinate and the particle size diameter as the SBSCA. The diameter being plotted on a logarithmic scale, it given an idea about the gradation of soil. A curve situated towards left top corner represent relatively fine grained soil, and curve situated to the right represent a coarse grained soil. A soil is said to be well graded when it has good representation of particles of all sizes. A soil is said to be poorly graded if it has an excess of particles of certain sizes and deficiency of other sizes, or it has if it has most of the particles of about the same size, in which case it is known as uniformly graded soil. So here we need to find out two major coefficients, that is uniformity coefficient Cu and coefficient of curvature. Uniformity coefficient is Cu, which is the uniformity of soil is expressed quantitatively by a term known as uniformity coefficient, which is given by d60 upon d10, where d60 is particle size such that 60% of the soil is finer than this size, and d10 is particle size such that 10% of the soil is finer than this size. Sometimes d10 is called as the effective size or effective diameter, because knowing d10 size of the sandy sample, its coefficient of permeability can be approximately determined using Allen-Hazen formula, which is K is equal to 100 d square d10 square in the terms of centimeter per second. And coefficient of curvature is the general shape of the particle size distribution curve, which is described by coefficient of curvature Cc given by d30 ka square upon d60 into d10, where d30 is the particle size such that 30% of the soil is finer than the size. Here are some uses of particle size distribution curve. It can be used for coarse grained soil. It is used to know the susceptibility of soil to frost action. The particle size distribution curve is required for the design of drainage filters. The particles size distribution provide an index to shear strength of the soil. Generally, a well graded compacted sand has high strength. The compressibility of soil should also be judged from its particle size distribution curve. A uniform soil is more compressible than a well graded soil. The particle size distribution curve is useful in soil stabilization and for the design of pavements. The coefficient of permeability of a coarse grained soil depends to a large extent on the size of the particles. An approximate value of the coefficient of permeability can be determined from the particle size. The particle size distribution curve of a residual soil may indicate the age of the soil deposit. The particle size distribution curve may indicate the mode of deposition of a soil. For example, a gap graded soil indicates deposition by two different agencies. Here we moved further to soil identification and classification. A soil identification system is meant essentially to facilitate communication between different groups of engineers, widely separated, and may thus be considered a language of communication. However, the use of classification system does not eliminate the need for detailed soil investigation and testing for engineering purposes. Various classification systems are prevalent in different organizations, countries. Most classification systems used in civil engineering practices owe their origin to agricultural soil science and thus are based on grain size or texture. Atterberg, which is 1905, was the first to suggest properties other than grain size which can be used for classification. In 1911, he proposed the limits of consistency for fine grained soil. At that time, these were proposed for agricultural purpose but were later accepted in the soil engineering. US Bureau of Public Roads Development a classification system of soil which was based practically on Atterberg limits and other simple tests. Gradually, several classification systems were developed by different organizations and countries. Cassagrade 1948 described the several systems developed and used in highway engineering, airfield construction, etc. The two classification systems which are adopted by the US engineering agencies and state departments are Unified Soil Classification System USCS and American Association of State Highway and Transport Officials, that is ASTO system. Other countries have adopted the USCS with minor modifications. For general engineering purposes, soil may be classified by the following system, like particle size classification, unified soil classification and IS classification system, ASTO soil classification and textural classification. So we will start with particle size classification. In this system, soils are arranged according to the grain size. Terms such as gravel, sand, silt and clay are used to indicate grain sizes. These terms are used only as designation of particles size and do not signify the naturally occurring soil types. It is preferable to use the word silt size and clay size in place of simply silt or clay in this system. Following are the widely used grain size classification: clay, fine silt, medium silt, coarse silt, fine sand, medium sand, coarse sand and gravel. Clay up to size 0.002 mm, silt up to size 0.075 mm, fine sand 0.425 mm, medium sand 2 mm, 0.2 mm, coarse sand 4.75 mm, gravel 20 and coarse gravel 80, cobbler 300 and above 300 mm. It is a boulder. Next one is textural classification. Classification has been developed by US Public Road Administration. Soil classification of composite soils exclusively based on the particle size distribution is known as textural classification. The classification is based on the percentage of sand, silt and clay size making up the soils. As properties of clay soils are less dependent on particle size distribution, this classification is more suitable for coarse grain soils. For given percentage of the three constituents forming a soil, lines are drawn parallel to the three sides of the equilateral triangle as shown by arrows in the key as shown in above figure. For example, if the soil consists of 35% sand, 35% silt and 30% clay size, then the three lines are drawn intersect at the point P situated in the sector design as clay. Hence, soil will be termed as clay. So here you can see the textural classification triangle which shows us the classification of any particle size. Next one is India standard classification and unified soil classification. The unified classification is based on the airfield classification system that was developed by A. Cassagrade. This system is based on both grain size and plasticity properties of the soil and is therefore applicable to any use. The Indian Standard Institute, now Bureau of Indian Standard, adopted the unified classified system in 1954. The soil classification system IS 1498-1970 is generally in conformity with US classification system except for some minor modifications. Hence, the salient features of Indian standard on the classification of soils are described below. According to classification, soils are broadly divided into three divisions: coarse grain soil, fine grain soil, and highly organic soil and other miscellaneous soil materials. So, starting with coarse grain soil. What is coarse grain soil? In this soil, more than half of the total material of biomass is larger than 75 micron ISU. Fine grain soil. In this soil, more than half the total mass of the material is smaller than 75 micron ISU size. Highly organic solids and other miscellaneous of soil materials. These soils contains large percentage of fibrous organic matter such as peat and the particles of decomposed vegetation. In addition, certain soil containing shells, concretions, cinders, and other non-soil materials in sufficient quantities are also grouped in this division. So, starting with coarse grain soil, these are further divided into two subdivisions: gravel and sand. Gravels in this soil, more than half the core friction is larger than 4.75 SU. Sand in this soil, more than half the core friction is smaller than 4.75 MMCU. Each of the above subdivisions are further subdivided into four groups: well graded clean W, well graded with excellent clay binder C, poorly graded fairly clean P, not covered in other groups, that is M. These symbols are used in combination and designate the type of coarse grained soil. For example, GC means clayey gravels. Second one is fine grained soil. Fine grained soils are further divided into three subdivisions: inorganic silt, very fine sand, inorganic clay, that is C, inorganic silt and clay O. The fine grade soils are further divided into certain groups basis on their liquid limit, which is good index of compressibility. Silts and clay of low compressibility having a liquid limit less than 35% L. Silt and clays of medium compressibility having a liquid limit greater than 35 and less than 50%, that is I. Silt and clays of high compressibility having a liquid limit greater than 50%, that is H. Combination of these symbolic indications of the types of fine grade soils. For example, ML means inorganic silt with low to medium compressibility. Laboratory classification of grain soil is done with the help of plasticity chart shown further. So, talking about plasticity chart, Cassegrain devised a chart useful for identification and classifying fine grade soil. The basis of classification is the relationship between liquid limit and plasticity index. A line called A line is drawn diagonally across the chart. The area above the A line represents inorganic clay and that below A line represent the organic clay. Majority of Indian black cotton soil lie along a band above a line. The plot of some of the black cotton soils is also found to lie below the A line. Care should be taken in classification of such soil. Moving further towards boundary classification, there are no rigid boundaries between soil groups and the boundary cases can be designed by dual symbols such as GW, SW, CL, ML. The common boundary classification for fine grade soils are GWGP, GMGC, GWGM, GWGC, SWSP, SMSC, SWSM, SWSC, GWSW, GPSP, GMSM, GCSC. The common boundary classification for the fine grained soil are MLMI, CLCI, OLOI, OIMH, CICH, OIOH, CLML, MLOL, CLOL, CIML, MIOI, CIOI, MHCH, MHOH and CHOH. The boundary classification between coarse fine grained soils are SMML and SCCL. The fine grained soils whose plot on the chart falls on a line WL is equal to 35% line and WL which is equal to 50% line shall be assigned to proper boundary classification. Here are some field tests on soil. So, starting with visual examination, dilatancy test, toughness, dry strength, organic and color, other identification test. Starting with visual examinations, the visual examination is carried out by neckties after taking a representative sample of soil and spreading it on a flat surface on palm of the hand. The visual examination is carried out with respect to size angularity, touch and grading. For fine-grained soils, the following tests are carried out on the fraction finer than 425 micron ISU. So dilutancy test, about 5 cc of soil sample is taken and enough water is added to nearly separate it. The part of soil is placed in the open palm of the hand and shaken horizontally, striking rigorously against the other hand several times. The pat is then squeezed between the fingers. The appearance and disappearance of water with shaking and squeezing is referred to as a positive reaction. The reaction is called as quick if water appears and disappears rapidly. It is called slow if water appears and disappears slowly, and no reaction if water does not appear. The type of reaction is observed and recorded. Inorganic soils exhibit a quick reaction, whereas clay exhibit none too slow. Third one is toughness, consistency near plastic limit. The soil sample used in dilutancy test is dried by working and molding until it reaches the consistency of putty. The time required to dry the sample is indicative of its plasticity. Further, the moisture content is reduced by rolling and re-rolling into 3 mm diameter thread till it reaches the plastic limit. The resistance to molding at the plastic limit is called toughness. After the thread crumble, lump also crumble. If the lump can still be molded slightly drier than the plastic limit, and if high pressure is required to roll the thread between the palms and the hand, the soil is to have high toughness. Medium toughness is indicated by medium thread. A soil lump formed of the thread slightly below the plastic limit will crumble. Low toughness is indicated by a weak thread that breaks easily and cannot be lumped when drier than plastic limit. Non-plastic soils cannot be rolled into thread of 3 mm diameter at any moisture content. Fourth one is dry strength, that is crushing resistance. The prepared soil sample is comparatively dried in the sun or by air drying. Its strength is tested by breaking between fingers. Dry strength or fraction content of the soil. If the dry sample can easily powdered, it is said to have low strength. Whereas if considerable finger pressure is required to break the lump, it is said to have a medium dry strength, and if it cannot be powdered at all, it is said to have a high dry strength. Dry strength is a characteristic of clay of high plasticity. Typical inorganic silt have only a slight dry strength. Silty fine sands and silts have practically the same low dry strength, but can be distinguished from each other by their fill during powdering of the dry sample. Next one is organic content and color. Fresh wet organic soils have the characteristics odor of organic matter. Organic soils have usually dark coloration. Other identification tests such as acid test, reaction to hydrochloric acid. The test is assess the presence of calcium carbonate. In case of soils with huge high dry strength, a strong reaction indicates that the strength may be due to calcium carbonate as cementing agent rather than colloidal clay. Shine test. The test is performed by cutting a lump or dry or slightly moist soil with a knife. A shiny surface of the soil indicates highly plastic clay, whereas a dull surface indicates a silt or a clay of low plasticity. Miscellaneous test, other tests which may be developed by an individual on the basis of experience. For example, the feel of soils in fingers, sticking of soils fingers, etc. Both the Unified Soil Classification System and the Indian Standard Soil Classification System are based on both particle size and the plasticity characteristics. The division of coarse grained soils in the two systems is practically identical. However, for the fine grained soils, the Indian standard divides the soil into three broad groups, namely soil of high, medium and low plasticity, whereas USCS puts this into two groups only, that is of low and high plasticity. Both these systems suggest methods of classifying boundary soils which possess characteristics of two groups. And here is the difference between sand and clay according to various properties. You can see here, like particle size, appearance of particles, particle shape, texture, uniformity, internal friction. Sizes of pores, volume of void ratio, specific surface, plasticity, cohesion, surface, capillarity pressure, shrinkage upon drying, swelling, elasticity and permeability. Here guys, here your second chapter theory part is over. The numerical part we will see in numerical session. Thank you.